everyone, it's Alicia, also known as Vakiali, and today I will be filming a video where I go through a box of makeup that my coworker kindly donated to me. So, yeah, I'll show you the box. It's in the shoebox right here, and there is a bunch of stuff in it. None of it that she gave me was like ever used by her. She only swatched it and like realized, you know, oh, maybe I'll use it, and then she never really touched it again. So it's right here. First two things I'm going to start out with are these two foundations. This is still wrapped, and this is not. This one actually fits my arm pretty well. This other one is a little dark, which typically what I do with that is I will just do that if I do like coverage or if I ever do get tan. So yeah, this one's a little bit dark for me, but it's okay, because also if I do like makeup at home and doing like, you know, the I feel like I'm not leaving like on my days off, I'll use like darker foundations because I'm not going to go outside, and so it's just a little bit darker, but people can't even tell in pictures. So the next thing is this Almay Smart Shade Powder Blush. I don't mind blushes. Let me peel some of this plastic off. Ugh, okay. So this is what it looks like. It is in shade. It just is called Powder Blush. So I want to swirl it around some. It's pretty like light pink color. I'm just gonna swatch it like pretty much right here on my hand. Kind of looks like that. It's a pretty light color. I don't know. I mean, I don't really mind it too much because you can always build it up, or if I just need a little bit. I do have some wipes over on the side that I'll be using. The next thing is this Milani Baked Blush. Let me pop it open. Oh, this little plastic part just popped right out. And this is in shade, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'll just put it right up here. Can you guys see that? It's not focusing on it. Coralina. Okay. It has to be Coralina. There's a little brush in there. I don't use those. Okay. I'm just going to swatch just a little bit. Get a little bit on my finger. There's some glitter in it. Okay. I'm going to put that on this spot because I removed the blush from it before. I'm just going to blend it out. It has some shimmer in it. This is actually a really pretty blush. It's not like any that I have, so I'm going to try it out for sure. Probably, and you know, this will also help me because there's a lot of stuff in here. So a lot of this will probably help me with, like, you know, my makeup, like Pokemon makeup challenges that I've been doing and stuff. I can use more than the same 3 things pretty much. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's going to help out. And if I really, really like something, you know, that I got for free and I run out of it eventually, I can always buy another one. Because I'll know, you know, this time. Okay, this plastic part's a little bit broken, but it's okay. Alright. And then, ooh, Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette. This is in Catwalk Pink. I'm going to just swirl in it really quick. So it looks like this, and then I'm going to just put it on this side of my hand. Looks like that, but also and it's kind of light in the, it's not super duper, like, you know, highlighty, but I also always add water to mine, or like spray to mine. So mine's always going to be a little bit more intense. So this is before the water, and I will do it after, like with like water in a tutorial, see how I like it. Next thing is I have one of these highlighters, but I don't think it's in this shade. Yeah, no, mine's a little more pink in tone. This is a little more gold. This is a Day Glow. And the Milani highlighters are really nice. Ooh, because they're so soft too. I love them. Okay, I'm going to put it right here again. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Ooh, I really like that one. I really, really like that one. Okay. And these are like Huggy Natural Care wipes. I don't really use them very often because they're not very good for the environment, but I have them because emergencies. Sometimes you just need a wipe for things. This is the cream. Little face, it's so cute. He's adorable. You can see my ring light, but this is I'm assuming it's a blush, and it's called La Peach. And there's a little thingy thing right here. And then I'm going to just stamp it into the blush. And I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to probably just rub it right here. I'll just pat it out. This would be a little dark and a little intense for me, but I don't mind that. Also, it does like really blend out to make it like pretty flushed. That would be really, really pretty. And you know, the only time I'm going to wear blushes or like highlighters is when I'm not working. So it would really be only my days off, which I get one right now. So that's why a lot of my makeup I'm not going through nearly as much right now. Because the whole like, I have to wear masks things. But this is really cute. I actually quite like the color. And you can blend it out pretty well. I'm assuming you can also build it up. Okay. The next thing, oh, I have one of these. I have this already. You guys have probably seen it in a couple of my videos because I used just the yellow. So now I don't have to buy another one because, or like a yellow, because I will now have another yellow. So, and that's the only one I use out of it. I will keep them because I do sometimes, like, rarely use them. I'm trying to look through the compacts first. Next one is the Butter Blush by Physicians Formula. Oh, also these are also by Physicians Formula, and these are the Healthy Foundation. And I think it's like light to medium coverage, I'm assuming. But yeah, this, what the hell kind of contraption is this? Sorry, I haven't even looked at it. Oh, and it's on like a wand. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Okay, that's pretty chill. Awesome. Anyways, back to what I was doing with the Butter Blush. This is Physicians Formula, and this is it smells just like this. It has the same exact smell. Yeah, same exact smell. Smells a lot like it. And this is in shade Natural Glow. So, it is like super duper light. I don't really know if that's going to even show up on me. I put it right there. There's a little bit of a sheen to it. So I don't know if that's meant to be I think it like means to be like maybe a blush topper. Like, you know how you can sometimes, if you have a really matte blush, you can take a little bit on your brush and just like tap it in with your blush, and it makes it like more like iridescent kind of, or like gives it a little bit of like a sheen to it. Alright, I'm going to look at the pencil, because I want to wait to do the palettes until after, because there are quite a few palettes in here. This is LA Color Glow Now Skin Illuminator Highlight. So I'm going to shake it. Then I'm going to take, oh, Jesus, some of it just came out. I guess I'll grab that. Okay, there's some. Really careful. This right here, and I'll just put it like right here. I'll just like rub it in very nicely. There's literally like nothing to it. Okay, that's cool. Is it supposed to be like it says Skin Illuminator. Is that supposed to like go under your thing? Like under your skin? Or I don't know how it's supposed to work. Oh, okay. I just want to figure out how this shit's supposed to work. You know what? Didn't want to put highlighter on, but we're just going to try it really quick. Because I don't have any face makeup on. So, this is just on bare skin. You know, just on bare skin. I want to see what it looks like. I think it's just meant to like enhance your natural skin. I think that's what it seems like it's supposed to do. Because there's really nothing showing up here. But on my face, it does give my face a little bit of like a nice sheen. So I think this is more like a natural day thing that I would wear. Yeah, because it doesn't really have much to it. But I'll use it. I use all the makeup I have. Okay. Next is L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Long Wearing Powder with highlighter in it. So you have a little bit of a section that's a highlighter, which I guess I'll swatch like right here. It's just like a normal kind of powder. And then just the normal powder itself, yeah. So I think you're supposed to probably mix them together. And it just has a little bit of like glitters in it, which I probably will use this on days like when I'm not leaving my house, because I don't like my powders to have glitter in it. And a big thing for me right now is I kind of want to avoid using all of my normal everyday nice products on like, you know, makeup challenges stuff. And when I'm not leaving, or if I'm leaving, I'm going to be like out for 10 minutes and I'll be back inside and I won't be at work. So I don't know what that is from, but it's from something, so I want to throw that away. Next thing I have is a couple of eye pencils, which, yeah. So this one is Fox White in Seashell from NYX. It's a little eye pencil. It's an eye brightener and it's pink. I'm going to have to find one of my sharpeners that I haven't used any of my pencils with, because I have some that my mom got me. And then this is a gold one. She did tell me she didn't put this on her eyes, but she swatched it and realized she probably wasn't ever going to use it. But that's the gold. That's actually really pretty. Because I could take it, like, you know, I can just, like, put it right on my, like, outer V of my eye. That's going to help me with a lot of things. And the brightener for sure. Okay. The next thing, which it's getting a little difficult to find places to put things, is this Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadow in Cherry Blossom. This looks really pretty. It looks like kind of like the pinkish shade I have on my eyes. It kind of looks like that if it was a slightly iridescent. Ooh. That's what it looks like right here. I'm going to take some on my finger. And I'm going to swatch it. Probably. Ooh. So right there, you really need to like build up the freaking coverage on it. Yeah, this is like kind of a light wash. I know people use cream eyeshadows as like a base sometimes. Yeah, let me try it on a different part of my arm. Oh, I just dropped the wipe. Okay, I'll grab it in a second. The cream eyeshadow there. I got a lot on my finger this time. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it is pretty much a light wash of color, which is fine, which is sometimes, you know, all you want. Especially right now when I'm going to work. I'm not doing a lot of crazy, so I'll probably wear this a couple of times. Well, you know, everything's still going on. And I would like to try to focus on using it, being that it is a cream shadow, so it can dry out. Okay. And if you guys hear cooking in the background or anything, my fiance is making some, what's it called? Pancakes. Okay. So this is a NYX Glitter Goals liquid lipstick. So this is a glittery liquid lipstick, and it's like in this purple shade that's called X Infinity. I will definitely use this for some of the crazier looks when I'm not working for like my Pokemon Makeup Challenge stuff. So I'm going to blend this out. It's kind of what it looks like on my hand. And the glitter isn't really super duper apparent. It's not like right in your face, but that also, you know, it could be because it's not on lips themselves. But let me see if I blend it out. Show it more. No. Tap it. Yeah, the glitter really isn't like super apparent. So I'm going to see how it looks. Once I wiped it on this, you could really see the gold. There's like gold reflex inside of it. So maybe when it's on the lips, I can tell. And then the next thing is this glitter flip from Ciate, and it is in shade Infamous, and it's I think one of those like lipsticks, when this is like a really popular thing to do with like your lipsticks, is you put it on and then it's like kind of normal, but then you take your lips and you like pat them together a few times, and glitter then shows up inside of the lipstick. It's like you have to activate it. But without activating it or like really trying hard, this is a really pretty color. So I'm just going to use it with having the slight reflex, and I'm not going to try to make it more apparent. I probably just will throughout the day when you're talking. But it's really pretty. And I am trying to take this stuff off kind of immediately because I don't want to stain my hand because I do have to go to work today. Speaking of which, what time is it? Sorry, I touched the camera. It's 1 o'clock right now. I have to finish filming in like another hour or so. Okay, this is the Sugar Rush Sugar Coat in shade Cupcake. Smells good. Alright, I'm going to take that and I'm going to just put that probably right here. This is a really pretty color. Ooh, I like this a lot. Okay, well, I'm sure going to be using that. This is what it looks like. It's a very nice nude color. I always wanted kind of a nude color like this, but I got a darker one originally, but I really like that one. I'm going to use it for plenty of things. So now, all we have left are a bunch of palettes. So I'm going to start with this one because I already have it, so I'm not going to be swatching it. Because I already know what everything looks like in here. It's a LA Color, like 16 color eyeshadow palette. And I will say this about this eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette, it does take, like, you're not going to want like a full whole, like, you're not going to get a bunch of color payoff. You're going to get like a wash of color. So expect that with this. Because it is only a few dollars. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Let's just be honest. But I do like a lot of other LA Color products. They have a lot of really, really good ones. That eyeshadow palette in particular is not it. They're like this right here. No. Not the right brand. LA Colors does have other things. LA Girl and LA Color get mixed up for me. But they do have other really good products. Okay. Next is this NYX Love You So Mochi. I really wanted this palette when it first came out. And it is 10 eyeshadows. It looks really pretty. Okay. And does it tell me the names of the shades? No. Well, shade number 1, I'm going to be swatching this on my arm. I'm going to like get into it a little bit. And then I'm going to swatch it right there. There's not a bunch of color payoff. It's very like thin. So I'm going to shade number 2, which is this more pink shade right here. Go around it a couple of times. This one's a little bit more creamy than the first one. The first one was a little bit powdery. Then this is the next one. There's not a bunch of color payoff. It's more like washes of color like the other one, which I don't mind. Like, I don't mind that at all. Next, I'm going to the third, which is the bright pink one. Then, ooh, there's a little bit more on that one. Right here. Oh, you know what shade this really reminds me of? That I already have? Is Trisha from the from the Conspiracy palette. That's what it really reminds me of. Shade Trisha. If it had like a little like bit of like blue iridescence in it. Because that's what it does have. Okay, next is this really pretty peachy shade. And she said that she did swatch some of these shades just because she wanted to see how they would look. And, you know, she was like, I just wanted to, and I would do that. So this is a peachy shade right here. You know, ooh, this one's really pretty. And I don't mind the lighter, like, makeup, as you guys can tell. I'm not wearing hardly any eyeshadow. I just put, like, one color wash over my entire eye. This is a really pretty, I'm going to shade number 5, which is the blue shade. Really pretty blue. Okay, I'm going to swatch that right down here. Oh, that's really pretty. And also these could be used for inner corner highlights or just highlights in general. Like I could use these as highlighters. And I'm going to wipe the first row off. You know, and like I always do this. I always try to find ways to use my makeup because I don't buy stuff very often. Okay, sorry, my fiance is letting me know that the pancakes are almost ready. So I am going to stop the recording in a minute. So I'm going to go into the shade, which is number 6. Yeah, but I always like try to find ways to use my makeup because just because it says an eyeshadow palette doesn't mean it have to be, oh wow, that's really pretty. You can use things in 100 different ways, you know what I mean? Like I use a lot of the time, like I use eyeshadow as my eyeliners and stuff too. Okay, next I'm going this like kind of minty shade. I've always really wanted a mint shade eyeshadow, so please have some decent color payoff. Ooh, yes, yay! Okay, I really like that shade. But, you know, you gotta be like, just think, because just because something says just eyes doesn't mean it has to be. And I haven't done like my powder eyeliner in a minute, so I'll probably do that actually when I stop recording. I will go and do that. I'll put that on and stuff. So when I come back, I'll probably have some powder winged eyeliner. Next is this really bright yellow shade, like canary yellow. I love canaries. I love birds. If you guys don't know who Maya Higa is, she is a cousin to Nigahiga from, you know, that one YouTuber that's like really freaking, ooh, wow, really famous. She streams on Twitch and she does a lot of conservation camps and especially with birds. I love her streams because I love birds. I really love birds. But a lot of times the Twitch streamers that I follow, they're streaming like when I'm at work. So it's really never fun. Okay. I don't know why I wiped that off already. Anyways, this is the next shade. This is shade number 9. And it's super, like, it's like steel, essentially, is what it is. So I'm going to, ooh, it's really pretty. I like that one. I like it a lot. Okay. Then the next and final one is this shade number 10. It's like kind of purple with like some blue like iridescence in it. And oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I love this palette. If I would have bought it myself, I would have kept it. I would have been happy with it. Like if I bought this palette. And my like all this stuff is really nice. I am so thankful for my coworker. If you watch this, Racina, Bully, whichever name you'd prefer. I really appreciate you. I am in love with all of these products thus far. All right, now, okay, I'm going to shut this. I'm going to go eat my pancakes and put on my eyeliner, and I'll be back. Bye. I have eaten my pancakes. Let me put my hair up. Because I put my hair up and eat because I don't want food in my hair. Because this is long for me. This is very, very long for me. I kind of already want to chop it all off, but I'm really holding the urge back to chop all of my hair off. And then I told you guys I'd put my eyeliner on, and I did. Okay. So, we had just looked at the I Love You So Mochi palette. I Love You So Mochi palette. Now we're going to go to CoverGirl True Naked Jewels. Ooh, it's one of these things. Throw those away. Oh man. Okay. So we're gonna, do these have names? Do I have names for these ones? Huh? Hello? You do have names. Pearl is the first one, which is this very first shade right here. Pearl. And, look at that. It's a little chalky. Ooh, gosh. It's all falling apart, guys. Oh, but once you get it on, baby, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. Ooh, that's really nice once you get it on the hand. Or the arm, I mean. What? Okay, next is this shade right here. This little purpley shade. Let me see if I can find a name for it. 1 second. I don't know. Is this supposed to be quartz? I think this is supposed to be quartz. But on the back, it's like this really nice peachy pink color. That is not peachy pink at all. Okay. It's a little chalky, just a little. Can't really tell. It's actually quite similar to my skin tone. I guess it is more of that quartz color once you actually get it on your like body, but not before that. Then I'm going to go into this shade. This shade is Sunstone, or not Sunstone. No, it looks like it's supposed to be Sunstone. I'm telling y'all right now, these colors on the back do not represent the colors on the front. It's quite pretty. There are like a couple of scratches on me because my cats think they're funny. Okay. Next is this purple shade right here. This is called Amethyst. This one right here. it's like a slight iridescent. It's like not a shimmer, but it's not like matte. You see what I mean? It's like a slight blue shift to it. It's really pretty. I actually quite like that. Okay. Next is Sapphire. I already know the name of that one because I saw the blue in the back. This is also kind of like that purple where it's not like a true like shimmer. It's kind of like I think those are called satins, right? Where they have like, it's like matte with like some shimmer inside of it. But this is actually really pretty. Wow. Next is this green shade, which is called Green Amber. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. See, it's like green with like a golden brown shift. It's really cool. And then the next one is gold, because that's what it is. That's what it's called, is gold. And that, I think it's going to be pretty yeah, that's really pretty. Ooh, and it has a really nice like shift to it and everything. Okay, and the last one is called Onyx. It's a black shade. Ooh, let me put that somewhere that people probably won't be able to notice it at my job too much. Put it right there in my hand. And it's just black with some like silver glitter. When you start to like kind of blend it out, there's like a little bit of brown in it, it looks like. All right, now I'm going to wipe off the black first because I don't want to have stained hands at work, because I don't know if people are going to like all that. Okay, and I want to wipe my arm off. So we looked at that one. I actually quite like that palette as well. But also it could perform completely different on the eyes. So there's that. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the Magnify Eyes Electric Violet Edition from Rimmel London. So we're going to look at this. This video is going to be a little long. Do I have shade names? Nope, I do not have shade names on this. Okay, I'm going with this very first shade right here. So it kind of looks like in the pan. Then I'm going to just put it right here in my arm. It's right here. You can't really tell. It's more like a brow bone inner corner color. Because I still put like highlight on my brow bone. Apparently people don't do that. Right, shade number 2, which is this kind of like purplish brown color. Okay, and I'm going to just swipe that right here. Quite pretty. Also, as I said, these could perform completely different on the eye. When I get a brush in it, it could be shit. So I won't really know until I use them. Now I'm going to get into the third shade right here. It's like, it has like a, it's kind of like a satin shade as well. None of these are like pure shimmers. Oh, I went into a different shade by accident. Yeah, but none of these are like pure shimmer shades. So, they have some like satin finishes. See that one? That one's actually really pretty. Okay. I'm going into the fourth shade, which is kind of this like darker purple shade. Just a matte purple. Okay. Next is going to be the fifth shade right here. Yeah, but a lot of the streamers that I've watched, like, they start streaming right at the time that I'm, like, having to go to work. So it's kind of sad. Because I used to be able to be at a lot of their streams, and now I'm rarely ever showing up. Okay. Then I'm going to go into this shade, because I did those two just now. I'm going to go into this one right here. This one kind of has it. Ooh, it's really pretty. Some iridescence to it. A lot of these are pretty like light. And then I'm going into the blue shade right here. And also watching streams is kind of hard. You know, in the first place, being that I can't stream because I work so much. So, you know, it's hard to watch streams when you can't stream yourself because you're busy all the time. Or you have other things you have to do. The only reason I can do YouTube videos is because I can film one and then have it converting, like, while I'm getting ready and, like, about to go to work and stuff like that. And then at work it's converting, and then I get home. Then I upload it while I'm just chilling at home. And then when I go to freaking sleep, I end up waking up eventually. Like, when I wake up, it's, like, fully uploaded. And then I just keep it in my little inventory essentially for a couple of days, and then I post it, you know, and I'm able to do that only because of, you know, it doesn't take as nearly as much time. Right, then I'm going into this darker black shade right here. That's one thing I'll say. I'll never run out of black powders to do my freaking not mascara, my freaking eyeliner with. I'll never run out. Next is the very last shade in this palette. Ooh, there's not a lot of payoff for this shadow. Let me swipe a couple more times. There we go. So these are all of the shadows from this palette. They're kind of everywhere on my arm. I'm going to start wiping them off now. But I miss streaming. I really do. I think about it all the time. I think about all of my viewers that I have. But it's just YouTube's much easier content for me to do right now in the grand scheme of, like, everything. I'm hoping when school starts to get more of a consistent schedule going, and then I'll hopefully keep that consistent schedule for a while, and hopefully during that time my job will find more people so I can keep my certain amount of shifts a week, and so I can just stream normally again. I had to get a new one because other one was so dirty I couldn't even really use it. So, and these are like they claim they're biodegradable, because a lot of wipes are not biodegradable. Just to let you guys know, if you guys didn't know that, a lot of makeup wipes are not biodegradable. So I'm trying to be a little careful. All right, the next palette is LA Girl Wonderlust eyeshadow palette. This is a heavy palette. Like, it has a decent amount of weight. Some of my other palettes that I have that are like nicer don't have that much weight. Okay, so this is a palette. It has a pretty decent mirror on it. See, there you guys are. But it has a pretty decent mirror. Like, I could travel with this easily, and I could just use this just as my mirror. It's actually quite nice. And it has decent amount of shades and everything. Alright, so I'm going to take the very first shade. Do I have colors on this one? Nope, none of these have colors. Maybe I'm just used to, you know, like Ulta and like, you know, those palettes, because all I really have are those palettes, or palettes that have names on them. This is the first shade. I have something stuck to my finger. Sorry, 1 second. Boop. It's a little bit of like fabric-like thing. Okay. This is the, grab some more, put some more on it, just because I want to see if it's buildable. It is. It's really pretty. I quite like that shade. Okay, the next one is this one right here. Shade number 2. It has like, I don't know if it's iridescence from the shade right next to it, but I think it's just in it. So this is actually really pretty. And then I'm going to go into the third shade right here. I'm going to, ooh, that's really pretty. I like that one. Alright, then the fourth shade in it. And I kind of really like the color story for this palette. Because, like, look at it. All these are one, like, good neutral eyeshadow. This is all good, like, one pretty blue eyeshadow. And then say you just do these two, they work together. These two would work together. These two. They also are kind of grouped together. And I really like that. And also if you go up, these would also work very nicely together. So the color story is it looks to me as very well thought out. Unless they just decided to do it. You guys are probably upset by me touching the mirror, but it's okay. So, this is the next shade. It's really pretty as well. And now I have a bunch of shades that I didn't have before. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have like a peachy shade like that before. Like a really pretty, like, kind of brick brown. Oh yeah, that's really nice too. Okay, and then I'm going to go on the second row. First darker gold color on the second row down here. It's really pretty. Then I'm going to go back on my hands. I'm going to grab this blue shade right here. I don't know how to properly hold this and do this, but gotta learn somewhere. So this is the blue right here. It's really pretty. I quite like the shade. The next is going to be this one right here. Oh, sorry. This second one right there. I'm going to swatch that right here. All these a lot of these have like slight, like none of these are like truly matte, except for I think 2 shades are truly matte, which is okay. I like satin. All right. Next is this color in the palette right here, and I'm going to just put that. That's really pretty. It's a really nice matte shade. And then this darker blue right here. And then I'm going to go like that. It's really pretty. And then the very last shade in the palette for this one. Okay. You can't, I put it right. Let me try it another spot on my hand. Let me try it right here. I tried it right in the center. There we go, it's a little bit better. It's like this very light silver shade. It's actually really hard to tell, but I really like this palette. It has a good weight to it. So let me really quick just wipe all this off. And now I have a face powders palette from Michael Giordano. Michael Giordano. I don't know who that is. Okay, I'm gonna start with this first shade. It's a blush, I guess a blush palette is what this is supposed to be. So I'm going to do that right here, this one. That's a really pretty shade. Okay, I'm going to go into the second shade, which is a little bit darker right here. Okay. Then I'm going to go right here. It's a really pretty shade too. I'm going to go into the third shade. I'm assuming that's like an illuminator, quote unquote, or also called a highlighter. So I'm going to put that right here. There's literally like nothing there. Okay. There's actually nothing. So what I'm going to do, I guess when I have this problem, to see if it'll work in a particular way, I'm going to take my typical highlight brush really quick. I'm going to just swipe it a couple of times into it. Oh, it's very chalky. Look at that. I swiped it like twice and all that powder just came right out. Okay. It's okay. I'm going to knock the excess off. That is a lot. And I'm going to spray it. A little of my setting spray. I'm going to just rub it like right here on my hand to see if that can save it. Let's see. It literally adds, yeah, it helps saves it somewhat. Yeah, I kind of feel like I saved it with that, yeah. It's the only way it redeemed itself is when it's sprayed. Okay. But that whole powdery shit, it's gotta go. Okay. Now I'm going into this shade right here. Peachy shade. This is like really peachy. Okay. That's the shade right there. Oh, that's so pretty. I've always like wanted peach blushes because I just think they're really pretty. Okay. Now this is the next shade. This is very, very dark. I can't use that even as a blush, a highlight, can't use it as anything. So I will use that as an eyeshadow. Because I, like when I get like big palettes like that, I just use shit as like eyeshadows and I'm like, okay. Because I will use most everything up. Because I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay. And then I have two of these from e.l.f. These are both blush palettes. This one is in shade Light. Let's not break everything, Jesus. And this is in shade Light as well. So they're not, so these are quite different, but they both say they're shade Light, but they're not the same. Okay, well, we're just going to swatch them. Now I'm going to swatch this first one. I'm going to go with this one first. Okay, doesn't have a smell. Thought it did for a second there. Should probably do it on the other arm at this point. Because this arm has so much glitter and shit on it. Probably should do it on the other one. Okay, so I'm going to go with that brown shade. I don't get a lot of color payoff. See, this is hard on this arm. I'm going to have to do it on this side of this arm. I'm going twice like I did. See, there's not a bunch of color payoff. Pretty much what that means is that this is going to be delegated. That one will be delegated to being an eyeshadow. Pretty much. And, you know. Oh, well. Then I'm going to go into this shade. Going to swipe it right here. These are kind of like you have to build it up kind of thing. But it is quite pretty. But also having to build up your blushes is never a bad thing. I'm going into this shade right now. So I'll tell you right now, it's much easier to add blush than it is to take away. That's really pretty. It's the truth, but it's much easier to add than take away when it comes to certain makeup products. Like that one's super duper light. And it being such a kind of a dark shade, that's okay because you want to be able to build up. Because if I just go in immediately and I have that color everywhere, it might fuck it up. These two are quite similar. This is a little bit like warmer than that one. My cat wants in, so I guess I can go let her but she best be on her best behavior. I'll be right back. Opened the door for her to come in, and she just stared at me, so I left her out there again. All right, going into this one, I'm going to start with this shade. Well, that one has a lot more color payoff than the other one, but again, I don't know if I could, I might be able to use that as like a blush, probably bronzer thing. Okay, I'm changing the way I'm doing it. I'm going with this one because this shade's really pretty and I want to see what it looks like. Ooh, it's really nice. My makeup game is going to get so much better because I have so many more products to work with. Okay, going into this shade. Ooh, you saw that fallout? Dang. Pretty. I really like e.l.f.'s products too. I mean, I should, being with how many that I freaking own. That one's so similar to the other one, I gotta put it like over here. Right here. These are pretty. Alright, I really like this. So yeah, now I have a bunch of new makeup. So I'm going to go take a really quick, what's it called? Thumbnail. And I'm going to start converting, editing, and all that fun stuff. So by the time I go to work, hopefully, I'll be part of the way done converting. Alright guys, y'all have a lovely rest of your day. I'm very happy with all this. Thank you very much, my coworker, if for some reason you find or watch my videos. Alright, so I'm going to put this inside the box so I can, like, take a picture like this or some shit like that. Alright everyone, you have a lovely day. Be good people. Make sure to follow me on Twitch at Valkyali because I will be going live eventually in my life again. Also follow me here. Subscribe. It's actually what it's called here. Subscribe. Like the video if you like the video. Dislike the video if you dislike it. Also follow me on Instagram at Valkyali. And I hope all you beautiful people have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.